Hi, this is Avar from Scrapintherapy, and today I'm going to create another page in my art journal, and I'm using this book, Faction Workshop. I've used this book in the past, and I've used it to guide me in how to create proportions and create my dolls. But this time I'm going to trace. I'm using the tracing method. So I want to show you how to use that tracing method with this book. It's a very nice book. You can get it at Amazon. I'll put the link to this book. And what I like about the book, it does teach you how to paint. It gives you color theory. In addition to that, it gives you how to create texture. The proportions are there. How to create the eyes, mouth, hair. Look how beautiful that hair looks. The different style of hair. And I do like it. And I've done paintings using this book, and I've just kind of did not trace it. So it does help you learn how to draw, but this time I just wanted to trace, just in case you want to learn how to do the tracing if you get this book. So this is one of the dolls on the book that I traced and I put on this page. And then I'm going to teach you how to use chalk in order to trace it on wherever you want to trace it on. So what I'm going to create, let me go ahead and find that. I'm going to create this gentleman. It's going to be the companion on this page. The materials that I'm going to be using is a chalk. You need some tracing paper. And I already got it all traced out. So I didn't want to bore you into detail, but you go ahead and place your tracing paper on the subject that you want to trace. And there is mine. And then what you do is you put chalk on the background. Okay, so you turn it over and you're going to put chalk on the background. So let me show you how to do that. And then you can store this for later, because you just put it in between, sandwich your traceable in between paper or whatever you have, so that way the chalk doesn't transfer over to the book, and then just store it inside the book. So let me show you how to do this. So if you want him facing this way, you can, or you can have him facing her. And I think I want him facing her. So I'm going to go ahead and put chalk on the opposite side. Okay. Once you put the chalk on, you blow it. And there you have it. And you know, you can also use tracing paper, but I find it more economical just to use chalk. It's a little more messy than if I have tracing, you know, the carbon. This is tracing paper, but if I had carbon, but I think this is a nice way to do it, and it's economical. It is kind of messy. That's one thing, but even if you use carbon, it's pretty messy. You're going to paint that over anyhow. So go ahead and place it where you want them. And then you're going to take something that is sharp, and you're going to go over the lines. You can use a pencil. You can also use a pen that has no ink. And see, let me go ahead and remove it and see how you can see it transferring. So I'm going to go ahead and transfer this whole image. I'm going to speed up the video. And then I'll meet you back once I'm done. Okay. So he's all transferred over. And then I can take a soft little brush and let's get rid of the excess chalk. And now I'm going to take well, this one acts like a watercolor pencil. So you can get a watercolor pencil and then you can trace them again, the outline. You don't have to do this step. I just like using a watercolor pencil or a pencil that acts like watercolor to retrace them. I prefer going over it again with either a color pencil or watercolor. Actually, this color pencil works like watercolor because that way I can really see the lines and stay within my lines when I repaint them. Now I'm going to go ahead and color him in. And I'm going to use, let's see, I'm going to use some of these colors that I have here to color him in. So I'm wetting the background first so that way I can lay my colors and they will really blend in together very nicely. And then I'm just making a ground, a surface where you can have them standing on. And I created my own skin tone. I'm using this color mixing recipe that on the recommendation of the Art Sherpa is from Walter Foster. And actually Walter Foster is actually the same author of the fashion book that I used for this illustration. And I really like it. I'm learning more how to mix skin tones for the different skin tones that I want. And then I wanted to use colors that complement each other. And that's one of the things that in one of the Art Quest episodes from the Art Sherpa, which I'm learning so much from her. So if you haven't visited her channel, you need to do so. She really teaches you a lot of art theory, and that will help you with your art. So one of the things that she was saying that sometimes your art doesn't look quite right because the colors you choose do not play, they're not in harmony with each other. So you want to have colors that are harmonious. So that's why I stayed within my greens and blues, and I use sparingly little colors of red and orange. So the last thing I want to do is go over my whole illustration with a thin line Sharpie just to make them stand out. And that really made this whole page. I really like how it came out. So I'm done with this painting. I hope you like this video. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video and please subscribe. And thank you for watching. Bye now.